Let's find out what's happening in the Big Back community. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Big Back News. We are on foodbeast.com finding out all of the random fat updates that shouldn't be on your timeline, to be honest. I don't know who y'all follow to make y'all algorithm, but this is stuff that you probably should not be in the know of. And if you are, if you know about this stuff, then you're gonna love this. If you already get updates on food news, then this will be great. If not, this should be, you should learn a lot. Okay, so apparently Burger King just launched Mandalorian and Grogu collab menu. First of all, I still think not officially naming him Baby Yoda was a huge ball drop, okay? I think it's a better name, Mandalorian and Baby Yoda. But I've recently actually become obsessed with the aesthetic of Boba Fett. I know that sounds random, but I don't know. When I started boxing, I started buying more gear, and I needed like some color coordination, so I just bought a bunch of Boba Fett in colors. So I have to watch this. I have to watch this series ASAP. But yeah, they're going all out. They're still doing the little paper crowns and all of that. This rolls out May 4th. What we got? Grogu's Blue Cookie Shake. We got Grogu's Garlic Chicken Fries. Listen, chicken fries on some fat shit might be the best new invention to come out of fast food in the last, like, when that dropped? 20 years ago? Longer? I love chicken fries. Now they got garlic chicken fries. Oof. Fat people rejoice. Imperial Cheddar Ranch Tots. Ugh, yeah. That looks like just little diarrhea nuggets. You can get a 6-piece diarrhea. That's at least 6 bathroom trips individually. We got the barbecue bounty Whopper, which sounds like a regular Whopper with barbecue sauce. Served in a helmet-themed carton. Where is that? Oh, this. Okay. Okay, there's a little Happy Meal. And then collectible cups. Oh, pickle chips. That's what these are. I was like, what? Why does this look weird? This don't look like a regular pickle chips, whatever the hell that is. Y'all like Burger King? Everybody put their favorite fast food in the chat. I want to judge y'all. Like top, number 1. Everybody probably has like a handful of them, but the top one? Man, we might have to do a little fast food tier list. That would be kind of fun. All right, McDonald's, okay. Five Guys, Taco Bell, Burger King, Gus's Fried Chicken. Where do you live? Cookout. Where do you live? Chipotle. Gym Shoe. Where do y'all live? Wendy's. I'm in Taco Bell recovery. Popeyes. Zaxby's. Five Guys does count. Hype Burger. Hardee's. Burger King or Rally's. Chicago? Is that it? Oh, Chicago, where you live. Okay. Dave's Hot Chicken. Jack in the Box. Hold it down for stoners. I will never disrespect Jack in the Box for as long as I live. You guys can quote this stream. If I ever do an anti-Jack in the Box campaign, just know I'm dead inside and I'm doing it because I have nothing left. Five Guys or White Castle. Jack for show. Whataburger, Carl's Jr. Subway, Big Shot, Izzo's. What is Cookout? Okay, I gotta search. What? Okay. When I say this, this is not a joke. and I'm not trying to make fun of you. Whoever said that, are you the CEO of this company? Are you the founder? Because I have 100,000% never laid eyes on this in my life. Is it black owned? Or are these just reviews? Oh yeah, it's just a review. Best fast food in the South, Cookout. I mean, it's a great name. I don't know what the hell that is.
Ladies and gentlemen, Drago is the most perfectly trained athlete ever.
It's in Savannah.
It's not the size, the endurance, or the genetics to win.
It's huge in the Carolinas. Okay.
It's impossible for this little man to win. Drago is a
I've never seen a Cookout ever. I've never even heard anybody talk about it. Is it new? Zestos? I feel like niggas is making shit up. Zesto. The world is massive. It's a big world out there. Regional, yeah, for sure. Good and cheap. Love that. You can get a burger, chicken tenders, a hot dog, onion rings, and a shake for $8. And it's good? Huh. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. I mean, I live in LA. What you want me to... I live in LA, and it's tough because all of my friends are traveling comedians. And I travel specifically for like a travel show. So I go there for, specific food. I don't typically eat a lot of fast food when I travel. So I always get clowned for not knowing anything. Because all these comedians, they're constantly in other cities eating at gas stations, apparently. Every comedian knows about the gas station vibes in the South. Apparently you guys have delicious gas station food. Is your name Poot Hugger? Poot Hugger? Or Pooth Hugger? Some of y'all names are so funny. Jinya Ramen? I used to go there. Before I became one of those people who's just like bougie about ramen, I used to go to Jinya a lot. I like Jinya. It's pretty good. What's my favorite fast food? I would say oh my god, I don't really eat fast food a lot anymore. I think that my top are between Wendy's and Taco Bell, to be honest. Panda Express used to be up there, Del Taco used to be up there. But I think it would be between Wendy's and Taco Bell. I almost want to give it to Taco Bell because I feel like when I just say F it, that's what gets eaten. And I feel terrible the next day. Subway, I mean, if we want to be serious, of every chain, Subway might have had the biggest downfall in fast food history. You know what I mean? They hired a pedophile as their mascot, which is, I'm surprised they were even able to bounce back from there. That's crazy. Like, can you imagine Flo? What was that insurance company? Was she Geico? No, she was Progressive. Can you imagine if Flo came out as like a child predator? It's like, bro, we put our whole company behind your face. And then like after the Jared pedophile thing, their quality just took a huge dive. All the food became nasty. It became like a homeless hangout. I don't know how every Subway just became like a homeless hangout. You cannot order a sandwich without somebody like, hey, can you give me something? And it's like the staff don't care. They're just like, that's just Earl, There's a bunch of videos coming out of like Subway workers like dropping the ingredients or like messing with them. It's like they went for, I used to get them all the time. I used to get the spicy Italian from them all the time, and now I don't trust them worth a damn. I assume there's all type, and they got like caught. Their tuna wasn't tuna. Like, what the hell happened, Subway? What the hell happened? Yeah, the tuna gate. Subway is the Arby's of sandwich spots. Arby's has more respect than Subway at this point. Who's defending Subway sandwiches? The pedo spot. Yeah, I would say those are my favorite. This is cool. We're gonna do a speed tier list since this is like a fast food themed. Why is this all animals? Fast food. All right, we're gonna do a speed one. Bow. Ooh, this one's short too. I love it. All right. Speed list. Let's go with the A tiers. I would still put McDonald's in A tiers because I mean they've just always had something that you can get solidly, even though years and years have passed. They've just always kind of been up there. I'll give them that. Arby's is C. Let's be honest. I would like to put Chick-fil-A at S tier. I'm sure people are going to disagree with that. I would like to put Popeyes. Popeyes is A tier. Panda Express used to be S tier. Now it is A. Taco Bell is S. Fight. Argue with your mama. I'm not doing it. Subway is D. Wendy's. Let's go ahead and put Wendy's at the top. Carl's Jr. It's good. I would say B. Cheesecake Factory. It's good. I would give it A. Chipotle is good. I would give it B. Domino's Pizza. Okay. I would say C. Five Guys. Let's put them A. Papa John's. C. Just with these two. I think Pizza Hut's a little better, so I'm gonna put that up here. Jack in the Box, I would say is B. In-N-Out. In-N-Out is fresh and simple. I'm saying B. It's crazy for somebody from LA. You said Five Guys prices are F. I feel that. Jersey Mike's kind of took over Subway's spot. I would say it's C. It's good. You know, it's good. Hardee's to me is the exact same as Carl's Jr. So let's just put that in. I think IHOP and Denny's is kind of weak. Not gonna lie. We're gonna put those in D tier. I would just not want to go. Raising Cane's is okay. I put it in B, even though it's probably in between C and D. I'm putting it in C. Wingstop. A. Wingstop is really good. Starbucks is a random. Shake Shack is actually really good. I would put Shake Shack in A. Shake Shack is really good. I'm not a big fan of chain restaurants. I'm gonna put Applebee's. But that's different. I would rather eat at Applebee's than Subway. I think Subway isn't even D. I think Subway is F. And that makes these a little bit better because now I can put chain restaurants here. Red Robin's D. Olive Garden is a little bit better. C. I don't have an opinion on a lot of these. Oh, Buffalo Wild Wings is not as good as Wingstop. I'm going to put Buffalo Wild Wings as C. And then Burger King is also C. White Castle's is okay. It should be at D, but I don't really have an opinion on these. Red Lobster, they got cheddar biscuits, so they're automatically C tier. And then I don't know what to get at Sonic. Starbucks isn't really a fast food. If we're judging their food, it's D. You hate my list? Good. Panera's F. Whataburger's not on here, is it? No. Y'all be saying Whataburger or Waterburger? I don't think Fridays... Did Fridays just close? I like my list. I like how exclusive S tier stayed. TGI Fridays is closing.
And I stopped screaming long enough to tell you that?
Massive contraction after filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
Oh, you mean...
Wow, they shut over 185 locations. Alright, if you like TGI Fridays,
Tell them apart because she's...
might want to go sometime soon. But that was 2 years ago, so they still kicking. Still kicking. Alright, as we being fat asses, talking about fast food, let's go with the worst fast food items of all time. Fast food's biggest flops. McDonald's was tripping with this. Did y'all know they had onion nuggets? I see why they would try that, because like onion rings is just, I guess, the same thing, but in a circle. But onion nuggets sounds crazy, and this picture does not help. This picture makes it look crazy. Looks like it was from the 80s or something.
Here's what I've realized through all of this. Truly, having lived through quite literal hell these past 7 months, if you strip someone of their humanity long enough, you will arrive at the chilling conclusion that they don't deserve to exist at all. Every morning I wake up to a new headline lying about me. I have comedians dressing up in whiteface. I have people saying I'm not fit to be CEO, and I have Candace Owens claiming I murdered my husband. And the list goes on and on and on. There is a serious epidemic of dehumanization plaguing this country. And here's what I've realized through all of this. Truly, having lived through quite literal hell these past 7 months, if you strip someone of their humanity long enough, you will arrive at the chilling conclusion that they don't deserve to exist at all.
This Erica Kirk is a real piece of work, y'all. I don't know why she's sitting there dressed like Eminem. I don't know why she's sitting there dressed like she about to hit a lick. I don't know what's going on with her, but she definitely crashed out in this particular podcast show she did, y'all. And we got to go down the rabbit hole because it's something extremely wrong with this entity known as Erica Kirk.
Why do you think they call me Dr. Clark?
And there's a lot of developments
That was a nickname, you know, like Dr.
that
Dre.
reach my news desk. And we got to chop it up about some of the things that I'm seeing, y'all. You know, she shows up to the White House correspondent dinner with a new date, happened to be a brother. Fox News news pundit. Yeah, she literally showed up with a brother, and of course the dinner got shot up, and she said she just want to go home, so she was vulnerable that night. Not only did she show up with her new man, but she left vulnerable. And this is just months after losing her husband. Months. So she gained TP, SU, She gained a whole empire. We're talking about she has become the CEO, and the base has pretty much changed dramatically, because one of the first things she did was attempt to absorb the audience of Meg Thee Stallion. She started coming out to all of her meetings and gatherings like she was Chris Jericho or Stone Cold Steve Austin from the WWE. And it's just been really ratchet. It's been very dysfunctional. And some of the things that she's upset about, we got to examine, because, you know, she's still playing this grieving widow and playing the victim role to anyone who pretty much criticizes her at all. Any news correspondent, any independent journalist, anybody with a mic. It seems that she's paying attention to all of them. And this is crazy work, y'all. We got to really get into it. I'm going to skip the intro today, and we just going to cook. We just going to cook, because I got a lot of sources. We got to talk about this character known as Erica Kirk. A lot of people online saying that she's a Mossad agent, a honeypot set up by Israel. That's what a lot of people are saying. Whether I agree or not, I'm going to keep that to myself. However, it's plausible, you know, based on how they met. And there's a lot of dark secrets. You know, you got some people also saying that Erica Kirk was helping traffic jits to Epstein. So you got that going on. You know, this is what people are saying all over the media. Now, I don't know if all of that be true, but I do know something is very janky about this person. Something is very sinister about Erica Kirk. This is the bride of Chucky. And Candace Owens has been hot on her trail. Candace Owens has been putting out a lot of information that warrants a lot of questions. It warrants a lot of questions, especially in regards to her and Charlie's relationship. I'm talking about Erica and Charlie's relationship before Charlie passed. And there's a lot of new developments. We got to get into it. But it's crazy that she did this face. She did this interview, not this interview, this podcast, and she made the exact same face that Drewski actually made in his comedy skit. Look, peep this.
Every morning I wake up to a new headline lying about me. I have comedians dressing up in whiteface. I have people saying I'm not fit to be CEO, and I have Candace Owens claiming I murdered my husband. And the list goes on and on and on.
Now, did Candace Owens say that for no reason? Did Candace Owens say that for no reason? Because everybody has reasons to speculate that she did that. And I'm going to go to some sources here where you're going to question whether or not she set up Charlie as well. And I'm serious, man.
There is a serious epidemic of dehumanization plaguing this country. And here's what I've realized through all of this.
Now, listen. For those who don't know, this is who Erica Kirk showed up to the White House correspondent dinner with. And it has been confirmed. That was her date. And, you know, this is just crazy. Don't be surprised if you see Candace Owens show up with some box braids and them baby hair slicked down. Don't be surprised if you see her really change up, really switch up. Now, of course, of course, this could be publicity. This could be some type of publicity stunt because, you know, it doesn't look too good. Yeah, it looks like she's wearing a damn wedding dress. The optics of this is crazy, right? But here's the thing. Let's not doubt for a second that they would put her next to a brother because of her public image, you know, to make it seem like she's less racist than she is, you know? You know, the media is full of dirty tricks, y'all. The media is full of dirty tricks.
My nigga Breed knew the time.
So don't be surprised if they just paired her with this guy at this date, at this meeting, just to, you know, work on her image, because she is the one that says that the country has to look out for young white male men, right? So there's a lot of reasons why they could have paired her, right? Or this could be, you know, this could be legit. I don't know. And, you know, hey, people want to do their interracial thing. That's on them. That's not really what this is about. It's just Erica Kirk. It's just being Erica Kirk in an interracial relationship is crazy. That's just a crazy idea. Because she pushes so much to rally the troops. She blows that white supremacist, Christian nationalist dog whistle every chance she gets. So it would just be crazy work if she's really dating a brother.
So Erica Kirk just spoke out publicly against Drewski, the comedian who made that video about her, and you just have to see what she said. Just watch.
Every morning I wake up to a new headline lying about me. I have comedians dressing up in whiteface. I have people saying I'm not fit to be CEO. And I have Candace Owens claiming I murdered my husband. And the list goes on and on and on. There is a serious epidemic of dehumanization plaguing this country.
I'm just going to work backwards because I have to start here. The epidemic of dehumanization in this country is coming from Donald Trump, who, as recently as a month ago, celebrated one of his political opponents dying. There's no evidence that she was involved in the shooting, and I don't really care about her qualifications as Turning Point USA CEO. I think she should run it into the ground. But the idea that this is whiteface is not a thing. Just read a history book, my God. It's just absolutely remarkable how much Drewski has gotten under MAGA's skin for a comedy video. They are sensitive snowflakes who need a safe space. So Erica...
Yo, did Drewski single-handedly just really ruffle the feathers of MAGA, man? You know, with a comedy skit? I don't know. But this is wild because she's talking about somebody dressed up as whiteface. And like our Caucasian brother here said, whiteface is not a thing. Let's stop that. Let's stop that. But I personally believe that, Erica Kirk, you know, she more than likely is in the brothers. And I think the reason why she looks so damn demonic all the time is because she got a itch that she needs scratched. And she decided to go to a brother. That's what it looked like happened. And hey, it is what it is. You know, we're going to say allegedly, but come on. We done already seen her entangled with many different people. Like, you know, she plays this good, you know, this good God-fearing white Christian nationalist character, but she ain't fooling she ain't fooling none of us, right? She ain't fooling us, but let's continue. Oh, of course, that's her leaving the White House correspondent meeting, dinner, But
America and Israel.
So if you're expecting to marry someone that I was blessed with, like a Charlie, you have to be the type of woman that will attract a Charlie. Are you going to church? Are you going to Bible study? Did you tell your pastor that you are ready for the Lord to bring into your life the man that you've been praying for? You yourself need to be prepared for that man, and only you will know how to do that. Does that mean staying out and going out with the girls? I'm not saying you sit on your couch and all of a sudden he's going to knock on your door and be like, honey, let's rendezvous. Like, that's not how it happens. So if you're expecting to marry someone that I was blessed with, like a child.
now, this white Christian nationalist giving this marriage advice, and we know how she met Charlie. Allegedly, it was some type of job interview. And, basically they ended up dating, marrying, so on and so forth. That's the cover story. But I mean, this is the wrong person to be giving this type of advice. When her husband died, she been on a whole campaign just building herself up. Just in a way that's very distasteful. Posing with Charlie in the casket. Holding his hand in the like just a lot of theatrics that just don't seem right. They don't seem right at all. Crazy stuff.
Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man, especially a young white male man. Don't ever let anyone talk down to you. We need strong men out there.
Have to protect all men in America, especially all white men in America. Those are the boys that we care about in this country. America is built on their backs. Yes. Because they are the ones who matter most.
Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man.
Now you see why it's crazy, the idea of her dating a black man. It's just crazy, bro. Because she's trying to carry the torch of Charlie, but she can't help her carnal desires. She can't help her carnal desires. Like, she wants to lead the pack. She thinks she literally just did a podcast dressed like Eminem. She act like she's Candace Aberdeen from Hunger Games. She really believed that she's spearheading the base. She throws all these dog whistles out, but she's the same one shimmying down the house, sneaking into the barn. She the same one tying them damn sheets together, shimmying her ass down on the side of the house in the middle of the night, going off in the barnyard. She's the same one. I just can't get over that. but it's a lot worse. It's a lot worse than that. She's only human. She's only human. So people are people. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is. If women are attracted to the brothers, I'm not trying to condemn that at all. I'm just simply saying, coming from this Jezebel, hey, listen, brothers, I'm gonna say it. Brothers, stay away from this one. You liable to wake up tied up in a wine cellar or a basement. You are liable, like this, and Christian nationalists are the ones you gotta stay away from. They have a cross around their neck, and at the same time they'll do you something crazy. They'll do you something crazy. But peep the game though, man. This is wild.
Now she's saying that the kids aren't even Charlie's.
The kids ain't even Charlie's. I told y'all that a long time ago. Erica did come out. Now, so let me give you context. Erica came out and said them kids ain't Charlie's. When I said it months ago, people say, oh, Bree, that's messed up. I think they Trump's kids. But hey, that's neither here nor there. I think they Trump's babies. But everybody said, Bree, that's messed up. No, Erica admitted it because Charlie cut her ass out the will and gave everything to the kids. And she said, that ain't fair. Them ain't even his kids. Them ain't his kids.
So basically, Erica Kirk was left with no will money, no merch sale money, nothing after Charlie Kirk was assassinated. He put that his children are going to get all the money. Erica didn't like that. So now she's saying she's entitled to that will money, allegedly, because the children aren't his. But what's crazy is it doesn't go to her because she was his legal spouse. I'm pretty sure it goes to his mom or someone who's like biologically related to Charlie. But Erica Kirk is fighting real hard for that money because how are you about to throw your kids under the bus to get the money? I feel like I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on right now because when Charlie was alive, they were his kids. When Erica thought she was gonna get his will money, they were his kids. When they would take family photos, they were his kids. So the man she was having an affair with, are they his kids? Or are they actually Charlie's kids? Because this is greed on another level. This is greed, this is gluttony, this is pride, this is everything on another level. And it's not cute. It's not a good look. I'll get into this in another video, but some people are saying that Charlie Kirk was going to prove that Jeffrey Epstein is still alive, which is why Erica Kirk and, you know, the president decided to assassinate Charlie. That is a conspiracy theory. I'm not sure about it. I'm gonna dive like a little bit deeper in it, but that's what they're saying, so that'd be kind of wild. It will come in another video. Now she's saying that
Man, listen, this is just straight up MAGA degeneracy. That's what this is. This is a hot MAGA mess, man. And I'm gonna say allegedly to all of this, but I've heard from multiple sources that she's going through this dispute about the will. And this is crazy stuff, man.
So Erica Kirk right now is going viral because she's addressing the fact that people keep making fun of her, and she addresses the Drewski skit. Now, the funniest part about her addressing the fact that people are doing whiteface about her is the fact that she gave the Drewski skit look as she's talking about it. You cannot make this up, Erica. It's well deserved. Come on, be honest. So Erica Kirk right now is going viral because she's addressing the fact.
Yo, that's crazy. I mean, she just been building clout off of Charlie all this time, man.
Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. Love you, Erica. Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. Love you, Erica.
You know, she doing her little drive-by meetings, her drive-by public showings, and you know, here's the thing about it. If you are so worried about public scrutiny and criticisms, how about just stay your ass out the public? Why did she never take the time to be a grieving wife? If you're so concerned about public scrutiny and criticism, stay out of the public. But she needs the attention. She loves the attention. I'm telling you.
She showed up with a new man, but left in tears after Trump's event disaster, saying, "I just want to go home." At this point, people are saying she can't catch a break. Is it just bad luck? What do you think? She showed up with a new man, but left in tears after Trump's event disaster, saying, "I just want to go home."
Yeah, she showed up with a new man. She left vulnerable. And that's how it happens. That's how it happens. Because all he had to do, look, all of the her date had to do was call her. Hey, you know, I'm sorry that happened. You know, let me come over to comfort you. You know, I know you've already been through so much. Easy work. It's crazy, man.
Come on, we
crazy.
Up though. Cartoon Network is supposed to wake up out of its fucking ground and get back on gear. Seriously, Cartoon Network, you need to get back on gear immediately. Otherwise,
but it's not a joke, right?
It's
not. We are not in some form of literally articulated type like puppet mastering situation. I'm a married man. Okay, I've been married for almost 5 years. If I lost my wife to something like that, it's a fucking joke, people. And it's time for you to wake up and realize what is actually taking place. Because as long as they continue to do this and they have the empathy and the support, they're gonna continue to do it. And here, I'm gonna leave you one last thing before I go, because this one is wildly frustrating, okay? They let you vote. Think about that. But it's not a joke, right? It's not. We are not in some form of.
Now I'm gonna give this man some pushback. I want to know if that was another white guy she was dating. Would you be upset right now, sir? See, you gotta give MAGA some pushback. Secret MAGA supporters, you gotta give them pushback. You know? He like, yo, look at this. Look who she's dating. I'm just saying.
Literally articulated type like puppet mastering situation. I'm a married man, okay? I've been married for almost 5 years. If I lost my wife to something like that, it's a fucking joke, people. And it's time for you to wake up and realize what is actually taking place. Because as long as they continue to do this and they have the empathy and the support, they're gonna continue to do it. And
I do agree she moved on way too fast. I mean, she didn't grieve at all. I'm just questioning this guy here because would he have said anything if she was just dating dancers? If she would have just linked up with somebody that's really in the base, which that Fox News analyst, he's in the base too. He's part of the MAGA base. They got a couple black tokens in the base. But if she would have been dating anybody else, would Middle America bat an eye at it? That's the question. That's the question I got.
Hired a private investigator to kind of follow her and see what was going on, and then he took her out of the will. So Turning Point USA, all of the merch, none of that goes to her at all. It just goes to their 2 children. And boy, did they make a lot of money on that merch too. And mind you, he did this before he was assassinated. So I don't know, man. Some people are saying he found out kind of who Erica Kirk was, like who she really is, and that's why everything went downhill. Which is insane, because if you look at photos of them, you're like, that is the perfect marriage. That's the perfect life. They have 2 healthy, beautiful children. I mean, all their family photos look like this. So Erica supposedly starts screaming at the lawyers when she finds out that she was left with no money. But mind you, she was mad that Candace Owens allegedly was making hundreds of thousands of dollars on the assassination and everything going on, telling her side of the story, etc. But mind you, Erica Kirk said, and it was recorded, that this assassination was the event of a century. But the weird part, other than that statement, hired a private investigator to come.
Yeah, Charlie was up. Look, Charlie was hip to her. Charlie was moving different. He knew something wasn't right with her.
And listen to this terrible D-list actress. Take a listen.
Do you believe that Tyler Robinson murdered your husband? Yes, I do. Why do you think it is so hard for so many people to believe that reality?
Because it's too simple. Again, everyone always has to think there's more to the story. Well, sometimes there's not. I've seen the autopsy report. I've seen our case pulled together. I've been in constant contact with our lawyers, the prosecuting team. I've seen it all.
Evil. She is evil. When I watched that, I went, she's evil. I am so infuriated watching that back because she's lying. She's objectively lying and she's acting. She was told to say that to make people believe that she had access to something that we didn't. Right? It was because of that clip that when I went in to meet with her, I was going, oh, okay, maybe she has something that the public doesn't. I spoke to I'm in touch with the lawyers. I've seen the autopsy report. And then I sit down with her 72 hours later and she tells me, and her lawyer confirms to me, that they have nothing more than what the public has seen. In fact, her lawyer went through great lengths to explain to me that it was actually, that's just not the way it works. Of course.
Now, why would she lie about having the autopsy report, seeing all this data, and being 100% sure Tyler Robinson did it? Why would she lie about that? Unless it's something more nefarious going on. I'm telling you, it's something wrong with this Erica Kirk. And she can't hide it. She has a hideous demeanor. You know, she seemed to be possessed by something. There's a ghost in that machine. There's definitely something demonic operating in Erica Kirk. I said this from the very beginning, and you know what? I talked about it when it was not popular. I got a lot of pushback from various creators, and different people said I was picking on a widow. No, I had what you call discernment. I could just look at that person and see, oh, it's something demonic there. A lot of you all viewing, y'all seen the same thing, but this confirms that she's been lying.
Of course, they don't have anything more. Explained to me very carefully that it wasn't the right time for them to have any more evidence, that the investigation was just beginning. And so right now, their guys are going out and they're going to look for evidence. And then by May, which is fortunately around the corner, then she'll see what they found. So what the F is that performance? How could you sit up there and say, yes, I 100% believe Tyler Robinson did it? That right there is why it is impossible for me to think that Erica Kirk is not complicit somehow.
Right, now she says she believes Erica Kirk is complicit somehow. She never accused Erica Kirk of murdering Charlie Kirk. But Erica Kirk, of course, took it a step further and said that Candace accused her of murdering her husband. No, she believes you're complicit, meaning you know what happened. Whether or not you agree on it or not, you didn't say nothing. You were complicit, and I believe that. I believe that. I think it actually being Erica Kirk setting up the hit, I think she has something to do with it for sure. Whether she orchestrated the entire thing on her own, no, I believe it's much bigger than that. It's much bigger than that. But is she some type of honeypot? Some type of provocateur? Some type of agent? I think she is. I believe she lined that man up, y'all. For real.
I will bet my entire journalistic career on the fact that Erica Kirk is a robot. Look at this video of her from the State of the Union last night. She's obviously not a robot. But between the fake tears and the instant sadness, I don't, man, please.
Charlie was violently murdered by an assassin. And Marvin, he was martyred for his beliefs. His wonderful wife, Erica, is with us tonight. Erica, please stand.
She's already standing. Oh my God.
So come together to reaffirm that America is one nation.
I will bet my entire journalistic career on the fact that
something wrong with that creature, man. That's the bride of Chucky right there. Going straight up demons on it. And something wasn't right about their marriage towards the end of Charlie's life.
Whether you love her or you hate her, Erica just told on herself, and I don't think she realizes it. A lot of other people are clocking it too. Going back to September 8th, 2 days before Charlie dies. Last live show that he did, he was in his office on the Charlie Kirk show. Framed on the bookshelf behind him is his wedding photo. Then on September 9th, a couple of very odd things happened, not relating to Charlie, but relating to Charlie and Erica. Erica herself in interviews after his death explained that he ended up sleeping in their daughter's room.
So I said, I want you to have a good night's sleep. Go ahead and sleep in her room.
And she herself being the one to tell him to go sleep in their daughter's room the night before he died. Her reason being because he wasn't sleeping well. So sharing that her husband wasn't wearing his wedding ring, adding that he had to come back in the bedroom the next day into their bathroom to get his wedding ring. Is this a big deal? Maybe not. But then insiders share that they had a priest come to their house the night before his death. Not to pray over Charlie and the college debate he was attending the next day. He was there to pray over their marriage and Erica. We're talking the same night a priest showed up at their house to pray over their marriage. He also did not sleep in the bedroom with his wife and did not wear his wedding ring. But wait, there's more. Because the following day, September 10th, we all know what happened. After Charlie's death, we got Erica Kirk in mourning. But by this point, Erica had already told on herself and her marriage. She just didn't realize it. All thanks to this teary-eyed interview, September the 12th, 2 days after her husband's death, where she held her podcast inside of her husband's office, where she herself admits to not having been inside of his office for a very long time. What is very obviously missing in his office, their framed wedding photo. Everything else is in its place, but not that, and she doesn't even realize it because she's not the one who took it down. So who would take down the framed wedding photo of Charlie and Erica? That gorgeous reminder of their union. Easy. The last person to have access and who was in Charlie's office, Charlie himself, which was why she had no idea just by filming in her husband's office that she was telling on herself. And whether Charlie did this intentionally or not tells us a whole lot more about the truth behind not just Erica and Charlie.
That's a major clue right there, yo. That's a major clue because her saying, Erica Kirk saying, she ain't been in that office in a long time. And that wedding photo not being there on the first time she shows up, that's a red flag. A priest came the day before. See, this is info a lot of people didn't know. And when you fact check all of this, there's sources on it. There was a priest there. Charlie didn't even want to sleep in the bed with this woman. He wanted to sleep in the other room. Yeah, because he knew he was dealing with Annabelle. He knew he was dealing with a damn Annabelle doll. He knew he was dealing with an inorganic portal riddled with evil spirits that was after his life. I'm telling you. This is interesting.
But Erica herself, a lot of people questioning the rumors that a billionaire was trying to come into Turning Point USA, and Erica was happily encouraging this while Charlie was actively fighting it. Whether you love her or you hate her, Erica just told on herself.
Yeah, she told on herself a whole lot of times. We're gonna spot some of this stuff out. So when she's busy going off on Candace Owens and Drewski, she really got some explaining to do.
And I have one more thing to tell you, and this is really gonna knock your socks off. This is crazy. I've clocked Erica on another lie. A big lie. I went back to my source. Remember I told you when I broke the story and then she had to admit that he texted Dan Flood. First she said, oh, he never texted Dan Flood, whatever, I have his phone. And then I was like, Andrew Colvett told me, and my source had access to Dan Flood's messages. Well, Dan Flood, then she admitted he did receive a message, but she said she received that message on a chat that clears, like a Telegram chat. Well, guess what? I went back to that source, and they said it was an iMessage. She's lying. Mm-hmm. Just said it again for you. She's now twice lied about the Dan Flood message. First, she said it didn't exist. Then she said maybe it did exist, but actually it was on Telegram, which Charlie had set to clear, and that's why she never saw it. That's a lie. It was sent an iMessage between him and Dan Flood, according to my source, who I trust a lot more than I trust Erica because I've clocked her on too many big lies. So, not okay. And I have one more thing to tell you, and this is really gonna knock your socks off. This is crazy.
So this is in regards to a warning to security that she claims went through, but it didn't. See, these are little things right there that scream collusion. These little lies right here.
Watch this. Video footage shows Erica Kirk being evacuated from the White House Correspondents' Dinner after shots were fired at the event. Take a look at this.
I just want to go find
As you can see, she's crying that she wants to go home. Then go home. Why are you even there? Why were you there in the first place? Why was this person even invited? I have no sympathy for this woman whose late husband said that gun violence is necessary in this country to maintain the Second Amendment. Was this gang violence as well? Watch this. Video footage shows...
Charlie Kirk did say that. Charlie Kirk did say that. I didn't agree with a lot of things Charlie Kirk said, for the record. However, I think he did have some insight to who Erica Kirk really was.
The rotten core of Turning Point USA. This so-called conservative powerhouse isn't about empowering American youth or fighting for our values. It's a straight-up Mossad front operation, a Jewish intelligence honeypot designed to infiltrate, designed to corrupt, designed to control the right-wing movement in our country, which includes hyping up young military-aged American high school students and college-aged Zoomers and luring them into the Zog fighting machine so they can go fight and die for Israel. top brass riddled with homosexuals, sexual deviants, and grifters laundering money through ballot theft and Epstein-linked schemes. And when Charlie Kirk started to pull away from the pro-Israel cause, sniffing out the Zionist strings that were pulling his puppet show, they whacked him.
Man, you know, I'm gonna say this. The scriptures tell us to be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. And, you know, it's interesting reacting to some of this stuff that I see on social media. And what I will say is, a lot of things that Charlie Kirk was beginning to say, I do see how people can come up with the narratives that they come up with. You know, of course, I'm completely biased to the situation because I look at the issue as just white supremacy in general. For me, I don't get caught up in blaming this country or that country or this religion or that religion. I don't care. They all of it is just white supremacy, dysfunction within white supremacy. And that's the reason why they're imploding. That's the reason why you're seeing that white on white crime going on with Mac. They're all white people just fighting to see who ruled the nigga kingdom. That's how I look at it. And I don't care to blast one fraction of white people over the others. You know, that's too deep of a rabbit hole for me because those people over there in Israel aren't the people that I deal with on a daily basis. I can care less about what they're doing over there in Israel. They don't make me no difference. They don't make me no never mind. Because it wasn't Jewish people or Israelis that had anything to do with what we endured over here. It really not. Even if you can argue that they pulled some strings behind the scenes, we didn't have to deal with them firsthand. We was dealing with these white supremacists right here in this country firsthand. So I tend to not go that deep with it. Like, who cares? All we know is them people, they're having a lot of problems because the wrong people are ruling the world. Let's frame it that way. Coming from my perspective, as someone who has the so-called black experience here in America, that's the way I look at it. You know what I'm saying? Yep, somebody said it in the chat. Absolutely. It's just dysfunction and white supremacy. That's exactly what it is.
Staging it as some random hit by a radical left-winger while their Egyptian jets and foreign ties covered up their tracks. None of this is speculation. I also published to X leaked audio from Arizona committeewoman RNC's Liz Harris naming names, confirming the degeneracy from Morgan McMichael Brown, who had a TPUSA train run through her, the fake trad wife, to the whole Synagogue of Satan crew that's running this show. TPUSA serves Israel's interests first and foremost.
And, you know, that could be very much true. I mean, we're right now, America's at war with Iran because Israel said so. So that's common knowledge that perhaps the whole country is being ran by Israel. I don't know. Sure looks that way sometimes, don't it? Time Erica Kirk come to that stage, she's like Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's always a WWE entrance. But peep this though, y'all.
It is being reported that Erica Kirk had to drop out of her highly anticipated TPUSA event with Vice President J.D. Vance because she was receiving very serious threats. So let me get this straight. It's safe enough in the arena for the Vice President of the United States to attend. but not for Erica Kirk? Candace Owens believes this is BS and wants to know, what do we think the real reason she pulled out is? I think this is a reason. There is no one there, and that is so embarrassing that you had to call in sick. Jake Traylor reported this and said that there was less than 25% of the seats filled, which is about 2,000 seats. AP USA is already putting out videos to make it look like it is super crowded there, but I noticed the bleachers in the corner there and I had to zoom in. Empty. So, what do you think? Was this about her safety?
You know, I really believe that the MAGA base is not really following her like this. And I said this early on when she took control of TP USA.